Alright, welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. So, Mimi had the babies that the pigs ate, as everybody knows by now, and I've got to milk her. So I bring her in. I got a shower mat that I gorilla taped around the edges, and I'm bringing her in to milk her. So I'm going to show you how it's done. I've got a milking machine. I don't do it by hand. So give me one moment. So I have stainless steel pot, which you can see it's dirty because I don't have running water here. I'm not drinking this milk. This is for the dogs. So I'm not worried about it. And so it's got a lid that goes on. It's got this air box that I hook up to power. So it's got the adapter. I'll plug it into the wall. Like so. I plug it into the box. It's got a pressure gauge, a switch. You can hear that go on. And then it's got the stainless steel lid with the rubber gasket that I put on here. I put this hose on here. And then it's got the two cups, which I burnt the hose, so I have longer hose on this now. It's got two shut-off valves. So you turn this on, you let it build up pressure, and once it builds up pressure, then you go ahead and you open these valves after you put the nipple in here, and then it starts sucking the milk. So what I've been doing is I've just been doing one at a time, but I'm going to try to get both of them on her. So basically, you're going to break the seal, and then once you sit it on there, you turn the valve, and it starts sucking the milk right out of her. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try to get both of them on, and then I'll bring you guys down close so you can see. And then, like I said, because my hoses are so long, it takes a bit longer for it to work. But you can see the milk is going ahead and it's traveling through. And you can see there it goes into all the pipes and into the container. And this only takes like, I don't know, we're going to find out. I haven't really timed it. She's a little chilly because it's bitter cold out there, and I brought her through the snow. The snow was up to her belly. But she knows she's a good girl. She does really well with the milking machine. This is the first time she's ever had babies where I've needed to milk her. So this is my first experience milking, and this is only the fourth time that I've used this machine. And like I said, it beats sitting here for an hour, hour and a half trying to milk her, because she produces a lot of milk. And once again, you can see just all that milk going, and it would take forever by hand. So it's a really, really, really cool machine. Here's a close-up on this. It's just got that, the switch, the adjuster, the gauge. And the gauge sits at about 30. And I got it on eBay. I think it was like 230 bucks or 180 bucks, something like that. And like I said, it's worth every penny. And like I said, I put the hoses. These hoses were only about 8 inches long, so it would work a lot quicker because it doesn't have to suck as far of a distance. But I put it in microwave because they were in back of the pickup truck and they froze and they were hard as a rock, and I tried to soften them up. I should have put them in hot water. I didn't do that, and I melted them. So I went Home Depot and I bought the clear water lines and I cut them to length, and it's nice having them a lot longer. It takes a bit longer this way because it has to go the distance, but with the 8 inches, she was kicking the bucket and stepping on the wires and things like that. This way, I have a nice long distance. I can get to her, keep the pot totally separate, and just makes life a whole lot easier. So let's see, we're about 5.5 minutes in, and I want to say it's only been going for maybe 5 minutes. But you'll see it will stop, and as soon as it stops, you close off the blue gauge here, and that will go ahead and stop the suction, and then you can take it off. So like this nipple, it's just about done. There's still some milk coming out. So you're supposed to milk goats twice a day if you want the milk, but because she doesn't have babies, and with the bitter cold and the storm and the wind, I'm only doing her once a day. I'm going to let her dry up quicker, so that way she can be done with everything. And like I said, this one is done. So you turn off the blue valve. It releases the suction. And then what I do is I let all the milk go down, just like a hose. And then I turn them back on for a brief second. And you can see it will suck all that milk out. Same thing with the other side. I just do it a couple times to get it clear, because like I said, I don't have a sink to wash everything. And then I shut that off. I reopen one of these blue valves, which will break the seal on the lid. And then it's a new tripod, so I'm working with it. So then I take the one hose off that is attached to the air piece, and then this piece and the lid go to the sink, and that shows you how much milk. So I want to say that's about a third full. So a third full of that big old thing, which Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, the puppies, everybody enjoy, and saves me a little bit on food. And then once I get to a point where I can milk all the time, I have all my goats having babies, then I'll have 4 more goats to milk. I'll be able to feed the dogs, the pigs, and that's part of my ecosystem. The goats produce babies, which I can sell. Older ones I'll be able to butcher for dog food. And the milk goes to the dogs, the pigs, everything else. So little by little it will go around. Chickens, ducks, turkeys, all that produce eggs. The eggs will go to feed the pigs, the dogs, the garden, the fruit trees, just everything combined will all go in a big circle. So that's how I milk my goat. That's the machine overview, and I'll talk to you guys later. And like I said, we got Minnie Mouse, we got Mia Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Max, or no, that one's Max, that one's Mickey, and Mr. Chubbs. So I just emptied into that big tray all that milk, and you can see they chow down on it. Happy, happy dogs. Nope, it's almost all gone. Last little bits, guys. Last little bits. And that's another reason why I put that shower mat, that rubberized coating down. So that way, when I walk in, keeps the floor clean, and the goats get nice fresh milk, and everybody's happy. And then I didn't show it. I think I threw it back in this cupboard. Watch out, Max. Nope. I think it might be back here. Nope, not back here either. I'm not sure what I did with it. But there's the... Oh, here it is. The fight back that you spray on their tits. And that keeps it from getting infected. But with all the snow and everything, she's not down in the mud and the dirt. Like this bank right here, you can see is several feet deep. I mean, there's 5-gallon bucket. It's twice as deep as that 5-gallon bucket. So she's got hay, but like I said, she's in a clean area, so I'm not using it right now. And I don't have running water to get hot rags and wipe off her tits after spraying that stuff. So not doing that right now, but she's doing good. Everybody's doing good. And that's how we milk around here.